Forever Skies. Basically, similar to Subnautica in the air. This game is brilliant, loads and loads of fun, and it released into early access in June of 2023. Since then, there's been tons and tons of updates to the game, improving, expanding, making your home bases so much better. We've covered it a hell of a lot on the channel back in 2023 when it first launched and towards the first half of 2024. We've covered quite a lot of it. There's a load of awesome stuff that has changed since then, with some of the most recent updates being a co-op build, so you can now play properly with friends, and the next update going to be the final 1.0 launch version. The game will still continue to receive updates after that point, but the 1.0 launch is coming, and judging by the recent Steam reviews, the game is doing incredibly well recently. As you can see here, all reviews very positive, 84%. Of the 4,757, and for most recent, 71% of the 232 user reviews are positive in the last 30 days, making it mostly positive, which is great news. Now, it's developed by Far From Home. They've got a ton of awesome stuff behind them, and I playtested this back before it launched into early access, and it was loads of fun. And it's just been uphill since then. Loads of cool stuff has come on, but we haven't covered it recently, so we're going to check it out again in full when it launches and that final update drops. So let's have a look at what the team have said. Now, this was posted to their Twitter just a couple of days ago at the time of recording this video. To confirm, our next update, which is the full release, will include the final chapter of our story. This is some work in progress of one of the locations that you'll be visiting. More details to follow. So as you can see, you've got like the space rocket sort of takeoff thing. I think it's a space rocket. Not 100% sure. Looks like that anyway. Now, adding a new chapter to the story is brilliant. Well, the final chapter to the story. Last time I played it, you got all the way down to the bottom underneath the dust, and I come across those aliens. And I didn't go back down there after that. I've played the game since, but I've not really followed the storyline and haven't gone under the dust again. Mainly because I didn't have any of the materials. I was just checking out building stuff and just messing around with loads of other random bits and bobs, which was really fun. So I'm excited to get stuck in and play through the storyline again. So we'll be doing that when it does launch. There's no date on when it will be happening yet, but the next update more than likely won't be too long. They update every few months, which is great. They don't take too long between the updates as well, and each update does add some pretty positive stuff to the game. Their latest update, which was a hotfix, was out in the start of February, so not too long ago, and they fixed a load of stuff in that one as well. Then on the 31st, so they're doing at least one or sometimes two a month, just with tons and tons of bug fixes. And then they've got more important content updates sort of every few months. So we could see this towards the back end of February, considering they posted about it. And then we've also seen this here, which is the closed playtest, which was starting soon. I'm pretty sure they're under NDA. But basically, this was on the 4th of February, so a few days ago at the time of recording this, about a week ago, and they wanted rookie players, people that hadn't played it before, that would experience it for the first time and give their first impressions from it. So more than likely, this playtest was for the final build of the game for the 1.0 launch. So hopefully we do see it in the next couple of months, maybe sort of like the end of February, sort of mid-March. There's a lot of cool stuff coming in March, so hopefully it's before then. I need something to sink my teeth in a little bit and play through a storyline. We could do guides and tips and tricks as well. I have done a little bit of that in the past when I first started checking out the game and it first launched into early access. But they were constantly adding so many new things. There was just a lot to keep up with. Sort of fell behind, and then loads of other stuff took over. I started playing different things and then jump back into it every now and then and just test out some of the new building stuff. Some of the new building features are really quite cool. They've also recently put out a demo on PlayStation 5, which is great. Decent survival game coming over to PlayStation and, well, consoles in general. I don't think they're on Xbox yet, but there's not much in terms of decent little survival games that you find on console, really, that I find. I've got Game Pass. I'm always trying to have a look through to see if there's any like hidden gems on there, but there's nothing really that tickles my fancy. If there is anything that looks decent or anything that anyone could recommend that's on Game Pass, let me know in the comments down below. Now, they have showed us a small taste of what we can see in the 1.0 update. I don't know if they're going to be doing it as like just 1.0 full update, or whether they're going to just release little hot fixes from now on and no major updates. I'm not 100% sure on that, but they released this here. While the airship bases are fully customizable, they have one glaring similarity, and that is the core. In full release, you'll be able to create a whole new core of designs to unlock and customize your base with, which some of them do look really quite cool. The sort of fish looking one at the end is decent. I'm not a fan of that one. I do like that. That looks really quite cool. And then that weird sort of, it looks like a pasty. It's something from Greg's. And I am a big fan of Greg's. But hopefully as well, they do add more of the modules like that in the future. And maybe different ways to suspend the balloons, I think would be really quite cool. I'd love to have the base on top of the balloon rather than underneath it. I think that would be... Yeah, but I mean, it's a balloon, so it doesn't really work that way. But still, it's a game about a dead Earth surrounded by green gas with aliens in it. We're allowed to defy physics a little bit here. So the 1.0 launch is going to be quite cool. More customization options, a few handcrafted new locations, and a final finish off to the storyline. What more could you ask for? I do like the idea of all of this. We're going to be checking it out when it does go into full launch, hopefully relatively soon. Now, if there are other things you want to see, let me know in the comments down below. As I mentioned, if there's any hidden gems on Game Pass, let me know somewhere. I don't know if this is coming to Xbox. I'm not 100% sure on that one. So overall, pretty cool. The update looks awesome. Lots of cool stuff in there. Like I said, they're going to be adding the customization, new locations, and then also going into that final storyline chapter. So quite cool overall. I'm very excited for the 1.0 launch. Hopefully we do see some more stuff from the team. I know they've also got a decent amount of sales on, and they collaborate with a lot of cool games as well, and participate in a lot of charity sales and charity events with other games. So definitely worth checking Far From Home out if you've never heard of them or played Forever Skies. Highly recommend that. All the links are in the description down below if you do want to do that. Now, before we wrap this one up, I do want to say massive thanks for all the support so far in 2025. There's tons and tons of awesome survival games coming. I've got a massive wish list of stuff, but if there's anything you'd like to see, let me know in the comments down below. I'm also going to be checking out some really old zombie sort of survival games, and old school zombie games as well. If you've been here from the start, you know I'm a big fan of zombie games. Doesn't matter what it is, I absolutely love it. It doesn't have to be survival, doesn't have to be horror, just zombie action. Anything zombies, really, and I'm all over it. All over it. It's definitely my favourite type of game, zombie games, especially the Resident Evil franchise. But there's tons and tons of stuff that I'd love to check out. If there's anything you'd like from the past, let me know in the comments down below. On the second channel, we're going to be covering loads of awesome stuff. We're going over, at the moment, some hopefully Starfield news coming over the next few days, and then we've also got loads of RPG titles coming over the next few months. I may check out Avowed. I'm not 100% sure on that one yet, but it does look interesting. Could be something that goes in with the theme of that channel. And then obviously we've got Atomfall coming in March, which I am absolutely buzzing for, and I'm gonna nail the shit out of that one. There's loads of cool stuff coming there. For now though, thank you for watching. I've been Wide, you've been awesome, and we'll see you very soon with some more survival.